We have a great crowd here on hand for the Rip Curl Pro Bells Beach early in the afternoon on Tuesday. Coming off a crazy heat with Mick Fanning getting a spot in the quarterfinals, and get things started quickly with Frederico Morais here at Winky Pop. Nice turn off the top, throwing the fins, big wall, driving through, keeping that rail engaged. Foam climb finish for Morais, and he'll kick things off early against Coffin and Ezekiel. 40-minute matchup here in round 4 in the bottom half of the draw. Potts, how'd you like Freddie's start here?
Yeah, I love the approach that Frederico Morais brings to this wave. It's a very similar wave in Portugal that he gets to train on, and I mean, just no frill surfing, just no mucking around, just big turns, laying the rail down. You know, he's been watching very closely over the last couple of heats, and he watched Morais do that same sort of surfing.
During Mick Fanning's retirement, Joel Parkinson brought up a Taylor Knox carve that he remembers Mick Fanning just rewinding the tape on over and over again to study Taylor and his technique. Watching this is a layback draw off the top for Ezekiel Lau. Fin drift over the section. Drives hard through the finish, and he'll get on the board. Morais opens up with a 5.33. Zeke just getting his start. Now Connor has priority. He's changing his career and actually getting on a flight as soon as he's wrapped this one up. This is Zeke's first wave.
Yeah, Zeke just really tearing into that first maneuver, mixing it up, throwing the tail out of the second one, and then really jamming that third one. So, you know, you're looking at the judging criteria. They're looking for that variety of maneuvers, the speed, power, and flow, which are really key elements when you're looking at a wave like Winky Pop. You've got to have that speed to make those maneuvers dynamic.
It was non-elimination. Now that there's third place out like Wilco, it turns into an equal ninth. Watching the flow from the California Connor Coffin just get down the line. Waiting to set his rail, drawn out turn. Looking for something more through the inside. Clean front side wrap. Building speed now. Blow tail into reverse. He's incomplete. So about 10 minutes off the clock, sitting deep. Potts, he wanted to get this thing started, and really wasn't the wave he was looking for on finals day. 25 on the clock. Here comes Connor Coffin. Set up carve, section coming down. Trims it beautifully. Pushing his point down the line. There goes the big tail slide on the end section, and he hangs on.
Cruising along like he's waiting for something to happen, but it's not quite happening at the moment for Connor. You know, you watch him surf, and he's one of the more powerful guys out there. He's keeping the rail nice and clean, and just that maneuver right there. Normally he really does hook into his first couple of turns, but at this point in time, he's just kind of in cruise mode, throwing the tail out there, which is kind of an interesting move for him. He's normally really hacking into those turns and showing a lot of power. So maybe he's trying to show a point of difference to the judges.
Connor Coffin just trying to save that wave with a big blow tail.
At the moment, Joe.
Next one up and out for Zeke.
Kind of baffled maybe, you know. It doesn't look like he's really putting his foot down. I mean, he's normally the guy that really hacks into his maneuvers and does those big, massive turns.
By taking out past world champs. For Connor, it was De Souza, Zeke, John, Frederico, Parco. Watching this now. Connor Coffin just a little amiss. Has the lead with 2 scoring rides, but still small at the moment. Frontside arc for Morais out of the way. Another wrapping cutback. A lot of foam on the face. Trying to pick a good point off the lip. Jams it hard. Delayed bottom turn to shut this one down. And Morais loses the finishing move. We're starting to see the challenge of what's on offer on the open face. Trying to read the right sections and where the lip to hit. Frederico is usually very reliable for a finishing move.
I think you can count the amount of times he's fallen off on one hand, this guy. Very reliable when it comes to finishing his waves. Very reliable when it comes to producing big turns. This next maneuver right here as he sets it all up. Driving down the line and really hooks into it. That's more like it from Morais, but then kind of mistimed that last section, a little bit late to the party, and goes down. So that was a mistake right there from Morais. Well, that's exactly right. If you don't have the right boards, there's no chance of winning these events, and you forget about winning a world title. So it's those magic carpets that you're searching for constantly.
With 19:40 to go, Frederico will take this wave. Last in line for priority. Just a setup turn. Little jam off the lip, flowing down the line. Vertical snap again for our surfer from Portugal. Jams it out front, putting more pressure on the finish.
Manufacture some sort of score. Frederico Morais, though, this is a good little move right here. Underneath the priority, kind of found this little gem. Look how it's cleaning up, and it's given Morais multiple opportunities to score. Big snap, and then straight into this beautiful finish. So, you know, that combination of major turns, and he just looks so solid on his feet. And as I said before, very rare do you see this guy fall off, and that's why Richard Marsh was quite harsh with him. Don't you ever do that again.
Catch up to Zeke with a front side wrap. Setting up the tail throw on the inside corner. He's incomplete. So Frederico's last wave, the wave before, 4-6. He has another score coming through, but that was enough to take the lead from Connor. And Zeke Lau now getting his second scoring ride with now 19 minutes to go.
A great move there from Frederico Morais, just getting that wipeout out of his mind, so to speak. Zeke Lau using his priority. Nice opening turn from Zeke, setting things up. Nice, solid, sort of power-based surfer. He likes the big moves, realizing there wasn't much on that way.
Tells Founders Cup is happening soon, but we're getting right into live action. Connor Coffin showcasing that beautiful point break style here at Winky Pop. Front side wrap out of the way for Connor. Layback hack right in the guts of the pocket. Does he have room to finish? Late hit on the end section. He ends up letting go of the two smooth moves in transition.
Yeah, well, you know what? I think those first couple of waves were just sort of settlers for Connor Coffin, and now he starts to really open those shoulders and put that board in the water right there. That's more like it from Connor Coffin. That's what we used to seeing this kid do. Unfortunate for him, didn't quite finish that off, so it's not going to be a huge score, but way more intent, way more pizzazz, way more effort going into his waves now, coming into the back part of this heat. So maybe he was just taking his time, getting himself into rhythm, psyching himself up, and that was definitely better signs from Connor.
Priorities with Morais as this wave's coming around the corner. Frederico gets in there with a little whitewater ahead of him. A little bit deep and too deep. Forced to step off. And that would have been a challenging wave to chase down. How different is the pace of the wave compared to Winky Pop and the Bell's Bowl Pots? So Frederico Morais still out front, but now priority is with the Hawaiian. Ezekiel Lau rolls in. Layback power hack to get things started. Driving through that front side hook. Big off the lip. Zeke controls it into a big blowtail as well. Ton of variety flowing into a front side wrap. Looking for a big finish. Stomps it shut. Ton of turns, a lot of variety and flow, showcasing some power as well. 2.3s out of there for Zeke. Needed a 3.8 to take Connor's spot in second.
Well, he's got that and some. That was definitely the best wave of the hit so far. I'm not a huge fan of the first one because he cut it short. Jammed it right there. I'd like to see more like this turn here as he brings it all the way around. That's better. Better timing, and again, snaps it up through the lip, showing the variety, keeping that speed. Now he kicks the tail out. Sort of a Bruce Lee karate chop to the lip right there. And as you should do, finish strong. You can see the body language from Zeke. That felt good. The judges are going to like it. That's definitely the best score in the heat right now by a couple of points, Joe.
Zeke Lau doing a great job to showcase what he has here at Winky Pop once again. Last year's semifinal, and it was a fairly close heat against Jordy Smith. They both had 15-plus totals to make that final last season.
You're going for a world title, so it's put a lot more pressure on these guys to perform. Here we go.
Frederico Morais locking in, wants his lead back. Well overhead wave. Front side wrap, he'll let this section grow. Whitewater sections off the top. He'll carve through, but he's hung up again on a similar move that he fell on against Parco at the bowl.
Yeah, for sure. I made some mistakes in that heat, and I was pretty excited to go out there and surf in in a heat with Mick in his last event. So that was cool, but yeah, I gave that first wave, I kind of let Pat slide under me, and then I got put one score down, and then, yeah, I don't know, some weird stuff happened. Some waves kind of doubled up, and I missed one, and yeah, you can't do that against Mick or Pat, or both of them at the same time.
That's a lot of water moving around on the reef. It's changed the whole thing out here. It's so many waves really not really breaking as well as they were before. As you see Fredo bang straight through the lip right there, but they're loading up, so you can see the wall, and they're having more opportunity when they do come through. So nice line off the top right there, throwing the tail beautiful from the back here, sweeps into the corner with a cutback, looking for the finish on the inside. Boom! Oh, tail above the lip from where I'm sitting. Great surfing right there from Fredo through the lip. I love it. Morais.
The Astrator. We're loving it into the final minute. Fredo doing a great job. Another look here. This was Morais on his decision to get this way.
Well, inside wave, nice opening maneuver. Oh, lost the balance just a little bit right there, but comes back strong. Throws the tail out, so mixing it up, nice variety. Keeping that down the line momentum. Joining the dots, finishing strong, kicks the tail out.
As we're into the final minute.
Oh, look at this.
Having a look from Santa Barbara, California. It's a healthy looking wall. Connor setting up his big first turn. Drives one right into the pocket. Deep bottom turn and free throws off the top. A clean two-turn combo, shorter ride. Was chasing a 6-1-3 before Freddie took off on his last one, Potts.
Well, is Freddie's going to better a 5.33, Joe? That is the question. Solid set wave. One of the bigger waves of the heat. Nice and clean on the face. First turn, very important. Hooks into it nicely. Takes his time off the bottom and up through the lip there. So Connor Coffin.
Scores through for Connor Coffin. Split decision. 6-0-7. Not enough.
So Fred Morais
just under the requirement. A couple of judges thought it was enough. A few say just under, and Connor is eliminated on the final effort. Frederico and Zeke will move to the quarterfinals. Up next, Italo Ferreira takes on Jeremy Flores and Gabriel Medina right after this.